Hey guys, welcome back today to another video. Today we're going to be taking a look at the weekend's Premier League action. I'm going to take a look through my fantasy team, which by the way, is probably the worst week for fantasy teams so far this season. 4 weeks in, definitely the worst for me. But before we actually talk about the football, two things. The FIFA 17 demo drops today. I will be making videos on the demo. I'm actually heading to Orlando this week. So as soon as I get back from Orlando, hopefully, I'll be able to use EA Access to get FIFA 17 a week early. I don't know how many videos I'll get to record, but I'll do as many as I can. So that's very exciting. The second thing is Everton have donated £200,000 to the Sunderland Mascots Cancer Charity, which is absolutely awesome. Gonna leave a link in the description. As football fans, the more we do, obviously the better it is. And seeing that is absolutely amazing. To think that football, we can do so much as a sport, and as fans of the sport, there is no end to the good that we can actually do apart from supporting our clubs on the pitch. But anyway, let's move into the football. Everton, they are up into second place in the table, level on points with my Chelsea. Brilliant from Everton, an 11-minute hat-trick from Romelu Lukaku, a man that we were going to try and buy, and a man that I didn't say that Chelsea should buy in the summer. Now, Everton are looking very good. I said countless times that Ronald Koeman is going to be a fantastic manager for them. Lukaku gets a hat-trick. He's looking on fire. Everton are on fire. Who knows what they can do this season? They're level on points with Chelsea, who yesterday were sort of backtracking. We're going from Monday towards Saturday. 2-2 draw away at Swansea. Now, Eden Hazard, you've noticed him. He's chilling. His shadow's on the door behind me. Yeah, that's a cardboard cutout. If you've been keeping up with my daily vlogs, I actually put him in the garden. He was the Garden of Eden, and then someone complained. I mean, it's just a cardboard cutout of a football player. They actually said it was John Terry as well, which is embarrassing. Not for me, for them. But I guess me having that in the garden at 22 years old is also quite embarrassing. But that's not the point. That's not the point. We drew 2-2 away at Swansea in a game that I don't think, if you're a Chelsea hater aside, anyone can deny we deserved the 3 points. Not only did we dominate the game, the decisions, the refereeing was also atrocious. Now, I actually called out Gary Cahill. I didn't at him and be like, Gary, get off the pitch, mate. But I was basically blaming Cahill for the goal that we conceded, which made it 2-1 to Swansea. And then I watched it a second time, and a third and a fourth and a fifth and a sixth. And it was never Gary Cahill's fault in the slightest. Leroy Fer has literally bulldozed him off the ball, kicked him in the ankles, kicked him in the back of the leg, gone through and scored a goal. Now, Courtois, questionable for that conceding that goal, for his positioning. Questionable as well for the penalty. Of course, he gave away the penalty. Some say he could have been sent off for that, but I think the yellow was probably the best decision. Of course, I'd say that as a Chelsea fan. But yeah, that aside, other than that crazy 4 minutes, we deserved to win. But we didn't, which means that Manchester City are 2 points clear at the top of the table at the end of week 4. Pep Guardiola, he's won every single match in charge. Man City, I mean, I don't want to say this, but they're going to win the league, aren't they? They just are. They're so good. They've won 2-1 away at Manchester United. Jose Mourinho's Man United, his first defeat in charge, and he's also been beaten at Old Trafford in just his second game at home. Now, make of that what you will. I think some of the performances from Man United players are questionable. Ibrahimovic scored another good goal, but Man City, without Sergio Aguero, beat them. Iheanacho, I don't actually know how to say his name yet. He's a talent. He's a very good talent. Yes, it wasn't the most difficult goal to score. It was literally a tap-in from like 4 or 5 yards out. But he's in the right place. He's in the right place at the right time. He's come in for Aguero, and he's got the winning goal. Now, to me, this Man City team, they're a completely different kettle of fish under Guardiola. That's probably the wrong phrase to use. But Raheem Sterling, I mean, it's a joke really, isn't it? He plays for England, and then we get beat by Iceland. He has an awful tournament. He has an awful season last season, Raheem Sterling. Pep Guardiola's come in, and he's a completely different player. He's world class. Maybe that's a big statement to make, but he's looking very good. Other standout fixtures of the weekend. Arsenal needed a late penalty to beat Southampton 2-1. Spurs, they looked very, very good away at Stoke. Counter-attacking football. Harry Kane gets his name on the score sheet. It was inevitable. He doesn't score in August, but it's September. Now Harry Kane's banging in the goals. 2 for Son as well. He got an assist as well, maybe 1 or 2 assists. Eriksen looked fantastic. Very scary stuff, because Tottenham just looked very good, and I think that's only a sign of things to come from them. West Ham. What happened to West Ham? 2-0 up at home to Watford. I watched Saunders' vlog of the week, and he was at the game, and everybody was saying before the game that was a banker for West Ham. I had them in all my accumulators. They let me down. Because, well, you go 2-0 up at home to Watford, you don't expect to lose 4-2. It's as if the players felt as though the game was won and it wasn't even half time, and then they gave away 2 goals. They go in at half time to 2-2. Watford come out in the second half, they won the game more, played some very good stuff, and they won 4-2. That was a big shock for me. I thought the West Ham were going to have a good season. They had Pyatt back in the team. You know, he got a Rabona assist for goodness sake, and then went to go and concede 4 goals and lose 4-2. Don't quite understand that one, but yeah, West Ham were beaten. First win of the season for Bournemouth at home to West Ham. Callum Wilson on the score sheet. Good to see him score because he was unfortunate with his injury last season. Obviously Bournemouth stayed up, of course they did. But if his goals can fly in this season like they did against West Brom, it was only one, but it's a nice little back heel. I think Bournemouth are going to be okay. I'd love to see them stay up again. I think I need to go to the Bournemouth away day this year. First win of the season for Alan Pardew's Crystal Palace. I actually banked on them to beat Middlesbrough away. They're in my accumulators. I don't know why I say banked on them. They were part of my accumulator. It doesn't matter anyway because West Ham let me down. But Palace won away at Borough. Good win for them. Burnley drew with Hull City. I thought Burnley were going to win that one. And then there's Liverpool. I'm going to talk about Liverpool for a little bit longer to wrap up this weekend review. Liverpool 4, Leicester City 1. Now we should probably start with the losers before we go on to the winners. I'm actually going to say some really nice things about Liverpool, other than the fact that Coutinho didn't start, and he was the player who let me down in my fantasy team. I'm looking at it now. Well, I'm not. I'm just going to open it. So, fantasy team, Coutinho gets 1 point. It's either Coutinho or Firmino, like one of them, and it happened to be Firmino who got both the goals, which means that I lost out with the fancy points. Diego Costa got me 12. I've got Rooney. Why is Rooney my vice captain? Why is he my vice captain? I do not know. But yeah, Leicester. It's difficult to say because they've had some tough games and, well, they were just blown away by Liverpool. Liverpool were very good, and I think the reality of everyone's going to be able to beat Leicester is making life very difficult for them. They've only got 4 points from the first 4 games. Not a great start to the season. They're in the bottom half of the table. And Liverpool just looked a class above them, to be honest. Jamie Vardy gets his name on the score sheet. That's irrelevant. Liverpool scored 4. Roberto Firmino scored 2 goals. He's a player that I actually rate very highly. I have conversations with Reece, who's one of the strikers in the five-a-side. He's a big Liverpool fan, and I don't know if he's saying the same thing now, but last season he wasn't Firmino's biggest fan. I rate him. I think he's great. He scored twice. Adam Lallana seems like a completely new player. He got the winner for England against Slovakia, scores a brilliant goal again against Leicester. Jurgen Klopp seems to get the best out of him. And the other scorer was, of course, Mane, who's been a brilliant signing for Liverpool under Southampton. Probably the perfect player in that Liverpool team to actually take them to the next level. I think for me, he's very underrated. I know 32 million is not a cheap deal. I think Mane's underrated, and I think he could be the difference as to whether or not Liverpool get top 4, maybe beyond, who knows. But yeah, every single week I seem to say something a bit different about Liverpool. If they play like that, they're going to be very difficult to beat. Obviously, Chelsea have got Liverpool on Friday. I'm not going to be going, so I'm going to be in Orlando. But I'm a bit worried, I'll be completely honest. I think we'll do okay. I don't think we'll lose, but I almost said I think we'll beat them. I don't. I'm going to give my prediction. I'm going to say 1-1. It's because Liverpool do look dangerous when they want to be. But yeah, that's pretty much it. The weekend is over. Chelsea are second. Well, joint second with Everton. Man City are top of the league. What can we really tell from it? It's still early doors, but Man City look to be the ones pulling away at the early stages. Pep Guardiola seems to have got it spot on so far. Let's hope that we can all keep pace and Man City don't run away with it. But anyway, let me know your thoughts on the weekend's action, and also let me know how your fantasy team's getting on, because yeah, mine's just been very bad. Amy sent me a text saying, "You've woken me up, you're too loud. Why are you shouting and doing work this late?" I'm a YouTuber. That's what we do. My voice is going. But anyway, I've got to go and apologise to Amy now. I'll see you guys later. Bye.